Welcome viewers, almost each follower of the former first household is conscious of the marriage between former President Donald Trump's eldest daughter, Ivanka Trump, and her husband Jahred Kushner. The two met in 2005 through mutual friends. And NBSP married in a Jewish ceremony in 2009. Before we advance, if you are new to this channel, please kindly take a minute of your valuable time to hit the subscribe button and then the notification bell for latest updates from us. Now, the couple every so often acknowledged as Ivanka has 3 teens together and grew to be amongst the most influential voices in the Donald Trump administration, in no small phase due to the undue influence Ivanka has on her father, mostly as an end result of her however simply being his favorite child. And NBSP. However, what many followers may also no longer have acknowledged is that even though Donald quickly warmed up to Kushner, even presenting him a prominent and NBSP position in the White House at some point of his administration, The Apprentice host simply hoped for his eldest daughter to marry anybody else in the beginning. And surely, these who recognize Donald will be unsurprised to hear who it was. As Jahred Kushner published in his memoir Breaking History, a White House memoir, his now wife, Ivanka Trump, was once possibly no longer usually destined to be his lifelong accomplice, at least if her father had something to say about it. And NBSP. In the memoir, Kushner remembers how Donald Trump had approached him rapidly earlier than he proposed to Ivanka and reminded him that Tom Brady, the well-known quarterback of the New England Patriots and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, apparently hadn't passed time in Ivanka. Kushner used to be left with the effect that he higher prove himself to the family, in particular in mild of his then upcoming proposal. This is no longer the first time the former president has thrown out the opportunity of an Ivanka-Brady relationship. Back in 2004, 12 months earlier than Kushner and Ivanka even met, he stated in an interview with Howard Stern that he would like to see Brady date his daughter. After Stern requested if Donald would take delivery of Brady relationship Ivanka, he replied, "I suppose he is great. He's 25 years old. He's Mr. All-American." At the time, Ivanka was once 22. When it got here to the opportunity of the two simply dating, Trump replied, "Well, it ought to happen. I mean, he'd like to, and we are going to see." In the end, it seems as although the hypothetical relationship between Ivanka Trump and Tom Brady solely existed in Donald Trump's mind surely as a fantasy. When radio host Howard Stern requested Brady about the doable matchmaking in 2020, noting that Trump always dreamed of you marrying Ivanka, Brady laughed it off, noting that he used to be joyful with his modern-day wife. Model Gisele Bündchen. "It all labored out for me anyway," he said. "I assume I married the most wonderful woman, so I have no regrets." Brady and Bündchen started relationship in December 2006 and received married in February 2009. This probable ability that Donald's warning to Kushner that Brady curiously nonetheless had an activity in his daughter and should steal her away from him at any second was once nearly truly fabricated. Kushner and Ivanka bought engaged in July 2009. Nonetheless, Donald's hopeless insistence on a romance between Brady and Ivanka did now not cease the soccer big name from turning into a massive fan of his in the course of his presidential campaigns, even though he did his excellent decorous from any hardcore activism. In 2016, Trump introduced that Brady had known as him and said, "Donald, I help you, you are my friend, and I voted for you." A signature pink MAGA hat used to be later photographed in Brady's locker, inflicting his spouse to propose him to remain out of politics. Brady himself added, "I assume it's a properly choice for our family." Love triangles are hardly ever saved a secret in Hollywood, however there are a few that flew way below the public's radar. In fact, we wager you did not be aware of about any of these alleged steamy conditions when they had been sincerely happening. Preteen display queens had been all the rage in the early aughts, and Hilary Duff and Lindsay Lohan had been amongst the largest names of the sensational generation. Duff used to be each a small display screen megastar and a radio regular, whilst Lohan was once shortly working her way up the Hollywood film ladder. However, matters acquired messy for each younger female when it got here to Nick Carter. Before we leave you, please kindly drop your views on this video. Thanks.